that these athletes bring to the lineup. Here it is, HIroto Ohhara, his last chance to continue on through this competition.
Update shortly, and that is something you don't want to do in the last heats of this event as we see the German up and riding.
The wind-up, the springs, activated. Leon Glatzer, impressive, huge frontside 360 air, just executed perfectly.
The carve, waiting for that wave to give him this section, generating speed, opening up his stance, flying 6 feet up in the air, lands in the flats, front foot way up on the nose of the board.
With a lot of precision and finesse, and here we go, HIroto Ohhara. That's the precision I was talking about. Perfectly placed on his 2 opening turns, grinding through that second snapping carve, but goes down on his 3rd turn.
Be in Japan in 2 months' time. HIroto fighting for qualification, the bottom turn. So beautiful. A little bit too low on that bottom turn.
The line gets the judges excited. 7:45 to go. Leon Glatzer back at it. Here we go. Coiling up. Heading up into the air like nothing. He pulls off another stunning inverted frontside air.
From the nose of the board, and here we go. The human highlight reel. Massive air from Leon Glatzer comes in at a 9.53. Oh,
yeah, well worth it. Inverted upside down into the air from the most critical part of the wave and into the second most critical
Those
part.
fins actually pushed up and above the wave. Miguel Tudela, like, I love the way you said it. Pulling a rabbit out of the hat.
So 2 big moves at the book ending this wave, a 5.07.
So the size of the wave, small, but look at the air, higher than the wave is tall. So judges love that. Miguel Tudela has a 617 and a 627. That blow tail to get things started, front foot, probably.
Twist for Leon Glatzer.
Pressure is on. HIroto Ohhara now drops to 3rd position. He needs this wave. He needs a big score. Let's see what he can do on the inside.
Great start. 2nd turn is a laser. Keeps hammering down the line. The 4th turn is there. Looking for a big finish.
Performance.
HIroto Ohhara.
Lucca Messinas improves his situation with a 6th nat in this event. Look at the size of the wave, the searing turn on the outside, bottom turn out into the flats. The whole time pushing, never was he nervous, never was he holding back. Sliding the tail on that inside section, and to do a foam climb like that and get the tail of the board up and above.
Here's the heat that's going in the water. Kanoa Igarashi from Japan, Jeremy Flores from France, Shun Murakami from Japan, Joan Duru from France. France versus Japan here in the mix right now. So I feel like it could be Japan, France, Peru, or Portugal as we look to yellow going right at it. That is Shun Murakami from Japan going to work.
That for a little different than what we've seen the rest of this heat. Take another look at that. Perfect square up. Right off the top, and then he eyes up this next section. Great second maneuver, and that wave just really goes soft through to the inside section. So he's gonna, of course, you know, Reunion Island falls under France, and Tahiti does as well. As we take a look at Kanoa Igarashi driving into that 1st turn, nice and sharp on the rail. Picks it up for the 2nd one, and this right is looking alive for Kanoa, already qualified, going to the Olympics, representing Japan, hammering it away on the inside, multiple turns, and a clean kick out the back. That wave starts to feather down, and then Kanoa Igarashi answers back with a huge gouging rail turn to start off with, comes in for a 2nd one, lets that tail loose, and then another vertical attack on the forehand, Igarashi.
Yeah, and I mean, he's in this too. I mean, he can send Shun down to the repecharge by just Kanoa finishing above him, so.
And then we could see the battle of the event between HIroto and Shun. I mean, either way, those two, they may end up together, they may not end up
Shun down in the 3rd spot, and that'll send him to repecharge if that's where he remains. As we look at Shun, he's like, well, I'm going to get back to work. Look at this one. Spins it around, reverts it, stays on it, and then he works into the inside section. We'll have to take a look. That's a great wave out of Shun here. Murakami He's going to set back up, so that's a good.
Everything will be determined by this current heat. But it would be so exciting to see them battle it out, and Shun goes progressive, throws that tail out, gets a little bit of air.
And that was his response after watching Kanoa. That was the wave after Kanoa got one.
Wow.
I mean,
Bailey told us that he was so excited he couldn't hold it back, so he gave us a little teaser as well, and it was really just such a beautiful, exciting, thrilling start to the song, so we look forward to hearing the rest of it. As we see Kanoa Igarashi on his forehand, looking really sharp, finding those rights. Coach Wade will be excited. Back in 29, walked away with the win alongside Steph Gilmore and their coach, the same coach, Snake, Jake Patterson. So for him, he knows what it's like to get big wins. He knows what it's like to find some good waves, especially on a right like Karama's.
Well, and you can see a lot of the surfers taking the rules from the playbook and heading over to that right-hander because it's been providing. And the way Labo kind of works, when it gets smaller, that right can be fun. When it gets big, that right can close out and it can push you so far over that it's so hard to get back into the primary takeoff
Roll
zone.
through the lineup.
And look at this, Kanoa under priority right there. He's going to take this one using the right to full advantage. Nice little Chris Brown wraparound style on that. Look at that, how he just drags his hand, breaks the fins loose, then jumps back up on that lip. Languages?
I don't know. I don't even know more than one language, English. So there we go. He knows 5. Kanoa Igarashi on his forehand, looking super sharp.
Oh.
Love that turn. That is really good.
Time is going to wind down right there, and the journey for Shun, well, that's gotten quite interesting now because Shun wanting to advance on, but look, he's not out. That's why the advantage of staying in those main rounds as long as possible, so congratulations.
Right now, Shun Murakami, HIroto Ohhara, both from Team Japan, both fighting for one more spot, the last spot. Incredible run from Team Japan. Can't finish that wave. Right behind him, Shun Murakami, surfing towards his Olympic dreams. One big turn out the back. This wave flattens out in front of him. Can he get a big finish? Looks like something maybe will happen to the inside.
And Shun Murakami, you can see how this wave, Chris, actually kind of bent away from the beach. So he was supposed to carve 3 times on this wave. He wants to connect with the lip. He wants to put his surfboard in the critical part of the wave. But if the wave does not give you a critical section,
not just our favorite surfer, but the world's favorite surfer with what he's been doing. Now back to business. HIroto Ohhara, beautiful snapping carve there, whipping through that backside turn. Another quick, sharp slice up and into the lip. That 3-turn combo right there.
it's going to be his best score of the heat, no doubt. This wave bowling beautifully, clean carve. You can see how he gets more speed after the maneuver. Nice vertical tag, the quickness, the precision. That is going to be HIroto's best score. I really appreciate this angle. You can actually see how far and how much ground he covers, getting a little bit stuck behind the section. Just a quick poke and another on the inside. Let's see what Shun Murakami can do.
This is a wave that could send Shun Murakami to the Olympics. Great start. Making the most of a kind of an open face, flatter looking wave. Not a lot of critical sections yet.
Big
Good
hack on the
inside turn
inside.
there. So 2 big carves up and whew, good, gives us a break. Here we go. HIroto Ohhara, a very important wave. Nicely done. 2 big bashes and a strong finish. The judges, give it to me. I'm earning it.
Those rights are giving the surfers way more scoring opportunity, and HIroto knows that. Look how low he gets and how powerful that last maneuver was on the inside section. Generates speed as he hits the lip. Heat for him. Let's have a look again.
Is this a 6-6-7?
Look at how much speed he generated and how much power went into that last maneuver. And then bashing that outside section as we see Shun. This is an important wave for the Japanese surfer.
Shun Murakami needs a big score, and that wave just does not cooperate.
That section, I should say, of HIroto's left was so impressive as we see him up and riding again.
He's back at it. Not giving up. Beautiful layback snap. Digs the nose, continues on, recovering nicely. Another
the nail
huge turn
in the
for
coffin.
HIroto Ohhara. You could be watching his Olympic dream come true.
On that inside section, HIroto, bottom turn, big blast. looking like he was going to go down, but he doesn't. Gets speed and gets even more speed when he hits that section, top to bottom, pushing the tail. Is he confident? Yes. Is he doing a variation of maneuvers?
On your list as favorite surfers, you know, this is a guy that could win gold medal here at the ISA World Games. He could win an Olympic gold medal. Should probably be on the WSL Championship Tour. Can win stab high. He can do it all. But now let's go back from the thrill of victory to the agony of defeat, taking nothing away from the performance of Shun Murakami. This guy inspired the world with his surfing throughout this event. Deserves so much credit.
One of the best goofy footers in the world, unfortunately, bows out of competition and also says goodbye to competing for Japan in Tokyo in 2 months' time.
Right there, HIroto Ohhara proved he is right up there in the elite of surfing. Love that show of sportsmanship. These guys are still on a team together. They still have team points on the line. For HIroto Ohhara and Shun Murakami, that was one of the most exciting battles I've ever seen in the history of surfing, knowing every wave, every turn mattered so much.
Hats off
what
to
a moment.
Hats off to Shun Murakami for
to the men's grand final, Kanoa Igarashi, Jeremy Flores, HIroto Ohhara, and Joan Duru. Two surfers representing Japan. Love to bring home an ISA gold medal, but he's saying it's all about the team now, putting up points, fending off the other countries.
big bash.
And this is going to be big in the scoreline for Kanoa Igarashi.
Let's have a look from above, how far away he was. Other competitors nowhere near where Kanoa was sitting. The spray coming up and through the lip line. 3 big maneuvers. A little quick claim for Kanoa. This is the angle that we wanted to see, a smaller inside wave. But look at the line it has on it. Big, explosive, over the lip surfing, gliding his tail.
Him all week long, get through these tough heats. But Joan Duru, he got a taste in his previous heat as well. His backhand has been stellar throughout. Good example, right?
Enough time to connect with the lip a second time. He doesn't. Joan Duru, pendulum, back foot, hard off the bottom, and another big blast on the inside, home for France.
Well, he's giving it all he's got. Beautiful snap there for Joan Duru. Another follow through. Now we see a 3-turn combination. Still going.
Oh, as the French would say, lethal. You have any doubts about that? Have a look at that first turn. Tail high, up and above the lip. A second connection. Clean carve on the third for a very jumbly, difficult wave. He looks at the beach. Currently see on the bottom of your screen, Kanoa up and riding.
Here we go again, winding up, down the line, building speed. Beautiful layback, slashing turn. Nice little slide at the end of that cutback. Goes to the air. Perfect.
Okay.
Front side off. Incredible surfing, as we saw on this wave right here.
So the wave was smaller. How do you like this first turn?
I love it.
Layback, sliding the tail out. Gets out into the open face, connects and flies. 180 degrees, spins it back around. That wave, for a normal, mere mortal, maybe you could have gotten a 4, maybe a 5 at the most, but he manufactured that score. You can see how he read this wave to perfection, spun that board around perfectly. His feet always dancing on the surfboard. Wide stance for air. As we see Jeremy having a look at this one.
Jeremy Flores, representing Team France. Quick little grab rail bottom turn into a brutal, powerful backside whip. Another hard carving snap for Flores. He's back in this heat. A 4th turn.
Bottom flow. And well, let's have a look at it again. Big bash. Looking like he would have dug the nose of that surfboard after that first maneuver. He doesn't. Carves his way into the inside and then pushes water up and above the lip.
See what happens. 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go. HIroto Ohhara. 2 low scores that he's going to try to wipe off right here with a big arcing turn. And you know what?
And Lele Usuna got the opportunity thanks to the results that the other competitors had at this event, as we see yellow.
HIroto Ohhara. See, he's gathered himself, and he's back at it, doing HIroto Ohhara things. Sitting on a 1.97 for now, so he is in a combination spot, but that wave That could get him out of the hole. But Kanoa Igarashi, he's going for the gold. This could be the wave. He needs a 7-8-7. Kind of a messy start. He's got to get to work here on the open face. He goes to the air, blasting the fins out, throwing spray to the sky. Big frontside reverse.
How is he
for Kanoa
better?
Igarashi? That was awesome.
How lit in his heart, and with it, potentially taking Japan into the first spot. Beautiful. Tail high. Big turn. Unfortunately, the wave backs off. And well, let's get you updated. Joan Duru got a 7-1-3 on his last effort. You mentioned the messiness at the beginning of his ride, but nothing messy about that.
Yeah,
Chris.
from messy to clean in seconds. Kanoa Igarashi, always a performer, so consistent. Ever ISA gold medal, potentially putting Team France over the top. And there you have it. ISA gold medalist representing Team France, Joan Duru, after surfing through.
Copper medalist representing Japan, HIroto Ohhara.
El medallista de cobre representando a Japón, HIroto Ohhara.
Silver medalist representing Japan, Kanoa Igarashi.
El medallista de plata representando el Japón, Kanoa Igarashi.
Team Japan. Thank you and congratulations.
Muchísimas gracias.